In today's headline news, the anticipation of Prince William's ascension to the throne has heightened the tension between him and his brother, Prince Harry. Recent reports shed light on Harry's deep-seated concerns about the future as he contemplates the implications of William's reign. The prospect of this transition fills Harry with apprehension and unease, underscoring the strained relationship between the two brothers. Prince William, on the other hand, has made it clear that he intends to keep his distance from Harry, even avoiding shared spaces. The contrast between the two siblings is evident, with Prince William displaying strength and a firm stance against the perceived misconduct of Harry and Meghan. The couple's actions towards the late Queen and Prince Philip before their passing are deemed unforgivable, positioning them as misguided and entitled individuals who require correction. Many express their support for William, believing that he will take the appropriate steps to address the situation. It is no surprise that Harry finds himself feeling apprehensive, considering the consequences of his actions towards his brother, sister-in-law, father, and the entire royal family. Prince William is highly regarded as a future king, admired for his no-nonsense approach and the confidence with which he handles the challenges posed by Harry and Meghan. He is expected to bring peace, joy, and prosperity to the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Furthermore, there is a growing sentiment that individual members of the royal family should refrain from excessive involvement in public matters. It is suggested that the Prime Minister should communicate to the King that this issue is now a constitutional one, and any future correspondence from Harry and Meghan should be directed to a designated civil servant. Harry's direct communication with King Charles will be severed, subject to review by departmental officers. The terms of Harry and Meghan's return to the UK will be determined by the government, and these terms will be non-negotiable. Critics question Harry's reaction to any perceived grievances, highlighting his lack of empathy and compassion for the family that has loved and cared for him throughout his life. They argue that he prioritizes his own interests above all else, echoing the behavior they attribute to his wife, Meghan Markle. The couple is accused of lacking genuine concern for others, with Harry conveniently invoking mental health claims as a means to attack the royal family while shielding himself from criticism. The situation is undoubtedly complex and fraught with tension. William is known for his respectful demeanor towards others and his commitment to fulfilling his role. However, he finds it difficult to trust Harry due to Harry's attempts to undermine the monarchy. As a result, there is no place for Harry as a member of the royal family. Harry's numerous lies and insults directed towards the King, the Queen, William, Catherine, and even their children have caused irreparable damage to their relationship. It is clear that Harry's actions have led to a loss of respect from William and the public. With William's ascension to the throne approaching, Harry is likely apprehensive about the consequences he may face. The recent illness of their father has intensified the urgency of this situation, possibly accelerating the timeline. It would have been better if Harry and Meghan had taken a step back and allowed everyone involved to have some breathing space. The anticipation of William's reign is met with excitement, as many believe it is time for Harry to have been removed from his working royal position long ago. Publicly airing their grievances to the world has only further damaged their family ties. The close relationship between William and Harry has reached its end, and it is no surprise that Meghan's popularity has suffered as a result. If Harry is just beginning to comprehend the gravity of the situation, then he is more deluded than initially thought. It would be wise for him to focus on acquiring skills and learning a trade that would enable him to be self-sufficient, as he will be completely cut off from the royal family when William assumes the throne. Additionally, it is suggested that a DNA test be conducted on Harry, Meghan, and their children to dispel any doubts and make the results public to address the accusations of fraud. Both Harry and Meghan should be held accountable for their actions, and if found guilty, appropriate legal consequences should be imposed. However, Harry's future is not solely dependent on the royal family, as he should seek fulfillment and purpose outside of his previous status. perhaps he could follow in his mother's footsteps and engage in charitable work in Africa, although his commitment to such endeavors may be questioned given his past behavior. If Harry is feeling apprehensive now, it is a consequence of his disregard for the concerns and emotions of his ailing grandparents, as well as the betrayal he inflicted upon his brother and sister-in-law. Even if he were to be accepted back into the family, it is unlikely that the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth would be quick to forgive his actions. He has betrayed those who cared for him in favor of an individual who prioritizes her own desires. The question remains as to why Harry cannot share in William's joy and offer him love and support. It appears that Harry's judgment is clouded, and it is Prince William who is justified in revealing the truth about Harry's intentions to distance himself from the monarchy. At this point, it may be necessary to sever ties with Harry completely. The situation with Harry and Meghan is undeniably tragic. Harry is his own worst enemy, believing that Meghan genuinely loves and cares for him, when in reality, she is primarily interested in his wealth. However, now that Harry and Meghan have been financially cut off from the royal family, he lacks the means to fulfill her demands. It is evident that their motivations revolve around monetary gain, and Meghan's ability to conceal this fact has been diminished. It remains to be seen if Harry will ever be welcomed back by the king, but it is highly unlikely, considering the extent to which he has been stripped of his privileges and resources. It is for the best that they are no longer part of the royal family. Meghan's attempts to return to the UK for promotional purposes are met with resistance, as the public has no interest in supporting her ventures. It is highly probable that she has been privately banned by the king. Meghan Markle's presence in the country is deemed dangerous, and it is the responsibility of Parliament and the Prime Minister to intervene. As for Meghan's charity visit to the hospital, many are skeptical of her true intentions, viewing it as an opportunity to enhance her public image rather than genuine philanthropy. It is surprising that the hospital granted her access without considering her lack of qualifications or official role within the government. Unlike Catherine, who is still a working royal, Meghan does not have automatic permission to visit healthcare facilities unless she is involved as a patron. It would have been appropriate for the hospital to seek parental approval prior to allowing Meghan to interact with the children and distribute photographs to media outlets. It is unclear how this situation was permitted to occur, and it is hoped that concerned parents voiced their objections. The hospital's decision to expose themselves to potential legal repercussions is questionable. Meghan's actions demonstrate that she lacks genuine maternal instincts, as a loving mother would proudly include her own children in such endeavors. If Meghan Markle were to come into close proximity to my grandchildren, I would swiftly remove them from her presence and ensure they wash their hands thoroughly, considering her questionable conduct. The little boy in the photographs appears disengaged, while Meghan attempts to portray a false image of maternal care. It is essential to prioritize the well-being and safety of the children above any potential publicity or media coverage. In summary, the relationship between William and Harry has deteriorated due to Harry's actions and lack of trust. Harry's attempts to undermine the monarchy and his disrespectful behavior towards his family have led to his exclusion from the royal family. With William's upcoming ascension to the throne, the situation has become more urgent. It would be wise for Harry to focus on gaining skills and becoming self-sufficient outside of his previous royal status. Any legal consequences resulting from Harry and Meghan's actions should be addressed, and accountability should be upheld. The public's forgiveness and acceptance of Harry are uncertain, given the magnitude of his actions. Meghan's attempts to return to the UK and her involvement in charitable activities are met with resistance and skepticism. The decision to allow her access to healthcare facilities without proper qualifications or official roles is questionable. The well-being and safety of the children should always be prioritized, and any potential risks should be carefully considered. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support means the world to us.